Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do a good old-fashioned get ready with me. We're gonna have some fun with some established favorites and maybe some new ones. So if that sounds like fun, just keep watching. I will list everything in the description box below that I'm putting on my face today. Some may be affiliate links, so if you choose to shop through those links, I make a small commission and I want to thank you for supporting me and my channel. What is already on my face today is my brow pencil. I have my AOA brow pencil on. I also have the Sephora Collection eyeshadow primer on. You may have seen that I've had this in my stash for a while. This is the Carpe Sweat Absorbing Face Lotion. I often get sweaty on my upper lip, and when I remember to use this, it does help. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my upper lip right now. I have found that less is more. You can get a white cast if you go too much. And then I have seen on Instagram, I've just seen it floating around. I think Tati even talked about it. They have other products. So I went on their website and I saw that they have a sweat absorbing lasting matte SPF primer. I also picked up an instant matte setting spray. I do have a new foundation to use today, so I'm only going to use them on half of my face, but I'll keep you posted, and I'm excited to put these to use because I have enjoyed this lotion. It's a good thing I used that sweat lotion because I'm already warm. I think I've waited enough time. I'll go into this sweat absorbing lasting matte SPF primer. It says that it has broad spectrum 30. Sweat and water resistant, lasting matte finish. I'm gonna shake it. And I think I'll use it on the right side of my face. There were two options, tinted and not tinted. I picked up the tinted version because I thought if this works out nicely, I can take it to the beach. And maybe just wear this. It feels a little oily, which is weird. It's got a slip to it. We'll give that a couple minutes to sink in, and then I'll look and see if I can see any difference between one side to the other. It looks like the tint didn't do much. While we're waiting for that to soak in, I'll go ahead and throw an eye look together. I'm testing out a MAC foundation today, so I figured it was a good opportunity to break out this MAC palette that I enjoy so much. This is the Connect and Color in Unfiltered Nudes. I am a sucker for beautiful packaging. It's pretty. And it is mostly neutrals. There's a couple slightly warmer, but mostly neutral, leaning cool, and that's what I'm drawn to right now. I'll take this ColourPop E17 in this top right shade. Throw that shade in the crease. We'll deepen the outer corner, and then we'll pick a nice shimmer for the lid. So tell me your plans for Mother's Day. Are you doing anything special? It's next weekend, right? It's not this weekend. Editing Jen, you figure it out. I grew up as the youngest of 6, and when we had a holiday to celebrate, we often did not celebrate it on the holiday. My dad worked for the hotel and restaurant world, I should say. He always was managing hotels and the restaurants within the hotels, and oftentimes he would be working on a holiday. So we would just celebrate it whenever he was available, and then as we got older, we would celebrate it when everybody was available. So we did that with Christmas, Mother's Day, all of those. And I have found that I am not big on the crowds in a restaurant. And I could say that it's Luke because we can't go in there and wait with a special needs child that is not big on patience. But truthfully, Sal and I were like that before we had kids. We've always worked odd schedules, so you couldn't catch me at the grocery store on a Sunday afternoon. I go on a Tuesday morning when there's nobody there, and that's the way I like it. So Mother's Day, I would never go out to brunch or go out to breakfast or dinner because there'd just be too many people, too much waiting. I assume that Sal and I will celebrate a little bit after, probably. Maybe we'll go out to breakfast the Tuesday after. Or if we wanted to take the kids, we'd go out for dinner. On a weeknight, take that original shade underneath. This is a Morphe A29. A bit of that dark shade on the lower outer corner. And I forgot to mention my little guy for the outer corner. This is the Essence Smoky Eyes brush. I have multiples of this. Love that brush. I feel like going bright. I'm gonna go right here. This is one of my favorite shimmers in the palette. And it's not even that bright. It's just brighter. And it's a pretty, I'd call it a taupe. Going back in with that original crease brush from ColourPop and just blending a little bit more. See a little bit of texture on this lid, but I believe that that's me. That's not the shadow. I brought in my Maybelline Tattoo Studio black pencil. Thank you to my subscriber that mentioned that the Victoria Beckham eyeliner is one of the best that she's used. I may have to pick up some of Victoria Beckham's makeup. I'm just a little concerned because I know it's pricey. Let me know if you've tried anything from her line and if it's worth picking up. This is a nice liner from Maybelline. It's inky, goes on nice. It's got a smudger, which I like, but it probably transfers because I feel like every one that I own does. Take that smudger and just soften it. I have a new mascara to try out. A company sent me some products in PR. I've tried them once and I like them so far. If the good packaging gets you, this is for you. The brand is called Queen Musia, and this is the mascara, 2053, and then I have a lipstick. They actually sent me 2 lipsticks. Isn't this the prettiest? Look at that. Shade Ada. I did a little short with this. I don't know if I've uploaded it yet. If I have, I will link it or put it next to me, but wow, so pretty. It's like matte. I love the color. The mascara is heavy. It's nice. Go ahead and put some of this mascara on. The wand is soft. It doesn't feel pokey. Looks like it's building length and volume pretty fast. There's one coat. I'll be right back after I add a couple of coats on both sides. I'm back. Definite length. Not quite as much volume as I would like, but it has potential. I will continue using it. Make sure you're subscribed. I will give an update in my May monthly favorites and fails. Checking on this primer, and I do believe that this side looks a little more matte, a little more smooth. I picked up the newly reformulated MAC Studio Fix Fluid Broad Spectrum SPF 15. This is a 24-hour matte foundation with oil control. Yes, please. I am concerned about my shade though. I have never purchased a MAC foundation before, and I did the shade finder and it recommended NC 27, which looks a little dark to me. I will make it work. If it's too dark, I'll go down my neck and I'll get another shade from Ulta. I've heard some wonderful things about this foundation, and when it came out with a pump, that made me want to get it. I like a pump. This is what it looks like, and it's not the thinnest, but it doesn't look thick. I'm using my Haley's Beauty foundation brush. Oh, I like the smell. I always like the smell of MAC products. My favorite things from MAC that I own, I like the eyeshadow palette, of course, that I just used. I like the concealer. I was telling you that I did some makeup over the weekend. I had 2 practice prom makeups to do, and then I did my sister's makeup for a wedding. And I like using that concealer because it stays really clean because it has a pump. Definitely too dark. And it's really only a little bit off. Maybe I should hang on to it for the summer. Did a really good job covering. So far, I think it looks really nice. I have my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Mine's in the shade NC20. The back of my hand looks orange. This is my Real Techniques brush. This concealer is nice because it's super thin and the coverage is pretty good. I just waited like 30 seconds cleaning up my area. Now I'll go ahead and blend out the concealer. Yeah, so there's a few things from MAC that I like. I like the eyeshadow palette, the concealer. I love MAC lipsticks. For powder, I do not need another powder in my life, but I couldn't help myself. Maybelline was having a sale. I picked up their new brow gel, and it was buy one, get one 50% off, so I picked up the Fit Me powder in Fair to set my under eyes with. I bet you they'll come out with a pink. They should. I would for sure pick it up. To take my powder puff, tap off the excess. Ooh, so bright and smooth. I always forget how good this is. Just taking the excess and setting the rest of my face because I know it's too light. But if you take the excess, it's just gonna make it not tacky. I looked for my Maybelline bronzer. I cannot find it. I don't know if I decluttered it. Maybe the packaging broke. I can't remember. So I picked up my Milani one. This is the Milani powder bronzer. Just going simple. This is just a solid bronzer formula, drugstore priced. So I have powder products to play with. Or blush. I have two in front of me. One that I think is going to work out, one that I do not think is going to work out. The one that I think is going to work out is this one from Persona. I got this on my Ipsy add-ons page. This is the Super Blush in Caramel. I've heard good things about the Persona blushes, so I thought I'd grab this. It feels silky smooth. It is a nice dusty rose shade. Feels really nice. The other one is from Laura Geller. This is the Baked Blush and Brighten Marbleized Blush. And it might be my fault because I picked up Sun Swept and it looks really bronzy. This was another Ipsy add-on. Ooh, so I just don't know. And it looks very shimmery. I'm gonna start with the Persona on my Morphe A22 and I'll go over here. Yeah, very pretty. Wiping off the brush, I'm just gonna tap in. Maybe it could be a product where you want a blush and bronzer in the same product. I'll keep playing with it, but I'm going to try to make them look even. I love a good Stronghold brow gel, and Maybelline came out with this one. It is the Super Lock. I'm holding it upside down. This is brow glue. It's in transparent, up to 24-hour hold, sweat resistant, transfer resistant, flake resistant. Sounds good to me. I do enjoy the NYX brow glue. I'm curious if this one holds up. I also just picked up the one from Ardell. I'm very curious to try that, but I wanted to play with this one today. Through. I like the fact that it has a small brush. Big brushes for the brows are not my favorite. They are going where I tell them to go. And of course I'll keep you posted if they get flaky or white or anything weird happens, but so far it looks really good. Throw a little bit of this Queen Musia mascara on the bottom. And that's probably my fault. I am sweating, but I only see one little bit of shine on my lip. So that Carpe is doing a good job, that sweat lotion. I know that's a not sexy beauty item, but for some of us, we really need it. While I'm waiting for that mascara to dry so that I can flake it off, I'll put some lip liner on. This is the ColourPop So Juicy Plumping Lip Liner that I'm testing. This is in the shade Jaguar. I don't really feel any plumping happening. It's a super creamy lip liner that doesn't seem to last as long as the regular ColourPop, so it's a twist up if that's what you prefer. I actually prefer a sharpened pencil for my lips. Let's get out the spoolie, cross our fingers. All right, that worked out well. Now to play with this lipstick. I told you I've used Ada before, and Ada is a more warm terracotta shade. It feels really creamy, stunning packaging. And then the other one that I picked was Becky Sharp. I'm assuming these are named after people. Becky Sharp is a little cooler. So let's put that one on. I can hear my tummy grumbling. My sous vide eggs are cooking downstairs. I eat sous vide eggs every morning. It has a nice glide, but still that teensy bit of a drag that I want in a matte lip color, because that's what's going to make this last. Adding a little bit of my white, because I can't help myself, just in that inner V. Just a little brush to blend. All right, now to set the face, I'll use MAC Fix Plus on this side, and then I'll use the Carpe on this side. Ship it really good. Let me check out the sprayer. Ooh, sprayer looks nice. Let's go over the new products, final thoughts on my first impressions. The primer, it's early to tell, but I will keep you posted. I have the Carpe products on this side. So far, I'm liking it, and I like the fact that it has SPF. I probably didn't use enough, but I like that it's there. The mascara, word of warning, it's a bit wet. I made a mess very quickly, but it does have potential. I got length, I got a bit of volume, and I have a suspicion that the more I use it, the thicker it's gonna get, the more volume I'm gonna get, and A+ for packaging. The foundation, I'm bummed that I have to go back to Sephora and get a new shade, but that is okay because I do think I'm gonna like this. It feels lightweight, it feels good on my skin, it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't look heavy. I think this is gonna be a favorite. Glad to have my Maybelline Fit Me powder back. It is smooth, it is soft, it is blurring. One of the best powders at the drugstore. I feel comfortable saying that. The blushes, yes, absolutely to the Persona, no to the Laura Geller. I'll try to play with this through the month and we'll see what happens. This I love. The brow glue, absolutely. My brows look perfect. We'll see if they stay that way throughout the day. And then the setting spray. I'm digging it so far. We shall see. I will, of course, leave an update in the description box. I will pin a comment with the updates as well as all the products listed and linked. I hope that this was helpful. Be sure you subscribe before you leave, give the video a thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below. I love chatting with you in the comments section. Have a fabulous day. I really appreciate you spending this time with me. I'll see you in the next one.